Call this public hearing, the Sun Peaks Mountain Resort Municipality in order is 3:02 on January the 27th. Today's public hearing is convened under the provisions of the Local Government Act of British Columbia to hear submissions relative to temporary use permit 2025005. This is the public's opportunity to make representations to council. All persons who believe their interests in property is affected by the proposed temporary use permit shall be given a reasonable opportunity to be heard respecting matters in the proposed bylaw. I would ask those members of the public who wish to speak to commence your address to this council by clearly stating your name. Council will not debate the matters of the proposed bylaw or temporary use permit with individual citizens, but council members may ask questions of you following your presentation. The main function of this public hearing is to listen to your views. No one will be or should feel discouraged or prevented from making their views heard. Temporary use permit 2025005, if approved, will allow short-term rental within an existing single-family dwelling at 1328 Burfield Drive. Staff, are there any written submissions?
Unless any have come in.
Nope, okay. Are there any written to speak on this matter? Calling for a second time, submissions from the floor. Calling for a third and final time. There being no further speakers, I declare this public hearing closed. Now you're gonna get to excuse yourself.
Yeah, well, once we get to five.
Okay. I'd like to call this regular council meeting of the Sun Peaks Mountain Resort Municipality to order for January the 27th, Tuesday. It is 3:03 p.m. And I acknowledge that we live, work, and play in the traditional territories of the Secwepemc people. Do we have any late items to introduce? Nope, seeing none. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as circulated? Councillor Kimmel, second by Councillor Dye. All in favor? Moved. Okay. Under 4.1, we have the adoption of the regular council meeting minutes from January 13th. I get a mover for adopting those minutes. Councillor Kimmel, second by Councillor Gillespie. Any errors or omissions from those minutes? Seeing none, all in favor? None. Okay. Okay, and then now moving on to 5. Business arising from the public hearing 5.1 temporary use permit TUP 2025005 for 1328 Burfield Drive. And Councillor Dye, you are
Using myself, yeah.
okay. Awesome, thank you. And under this permit, Director Hopper, did you want to speak to this?
Yeah, I can give another brief update.
Yes.
There's a property that has had a previous PUP that they went through another renewal, 3-year renewal, and that is all expired. They have wanted to continue their use, and we feel it is at this point because we've got the short-term rental review wrapping up here with proposed amendments, policy updates coming in later this week, that we feel this additional TUP can be issued to kind of continue the use as a bridge between the previous way of doing things and potential new ways.
Okay, excellent, thank you. The recommendation is subject to the public hearing, which we had today. The council authorized a temporary use permit number TUP 2025005 for 1328 Burfield Drive. Subject to the following conditions in accordance with Sun Peaks Resort Municipality bylaws and policies. Can I get a mover on the recommendation? Councillor Kimmel, seconded by Councillor Gillespie. Any questions or discussion, comments? Seeing none, all in favor? This motion is carried. Excellent. We invite Mr. Councillor Dye back in. And we're done. You guys are good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Awesome. You're welcome. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of pages. Second here, just looking through. Yeah, but no, you can't leave your minute. So we adjourn.
Yeah, well, the question is, are we good? So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stain.
So 7.2, the delegation of authority bylaw, the council adopt the delegation of authority bylaw. Feature. There it is. CO Capital, do you wish to speak to this?
Council gave 3 readings to the delegation of authority bylaw at the last regular council meeting. The bylaw has brought forward the deficiencies in the organization's governance process and enhance accountability in our structure. It formalizes and clarifies delegation staff across various signing authorities and approval authorities.
Recommendation for council, mover on the recommendation, council adopt the delegation of authority bylaw number 232-2026. Councilor Kimball, second by Councilor Reagan. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? Okay. And I'm just looking there, I'm gonna jump ahead a little. I'm going to flip my page over. There's 6.21. Yeah, I got 6.21, I need to jump back.
That's good, because I was just trying to find my page. It didn't seem right.
Okay, under staff reports in 6.21, so we have another temporary use permit renewal. The recommendation authorizes the notice of intent to consider this renewal of temporary use permit. Director Hopper, care to speak to this?
Yes, this is a 3-bedroom secondary suite unit located in a property on Sundas Drive. This is the renewal. Applies to the site and safety inspection. No issues were noted on site. Lots of parking space, lots of snow storage space. So staff is proceeding with the recommendation.
Okay, excellent. So looking for a mover on the recommendation that we authorize the issuance of the notice of intent to consider renewing the temporary use permit for TUP 2019-005R at 4110 Sundance Drive for a new, for a 3-year term. Mover, Councilor Kimball, second by Councilor Dye. Any questions or comments?
Just through to staff, Mr. Mayor, I noticed on the previous report, we had a specific section regarding a notice that there were no bylaw infractions over the history of the use, but on this one, we don't have any comment. I'm assuming that nothing means that there are none, but just as a matter of course, it would be good to clarify. And we should have that in every report so that it is a clear
Consistent.
statement relative to historical use.
Director Hopper.
Yeah, noted. That's definitely something we missed. I don't remember finding any issues. I can clarify that in the next report.
When we come back for the, after the public, after the, notes. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor? So moved. Okay. Moving ahead to 8, new business. Any new business or at this point?
No, we have
Oh, what did I miss?
7.1.
Building by.
Thank you. Jumping around here.
Chanel's minutes are gonna be like.
Let's be. Like a dog with a squirrel in the backyard. There we go.
His sister's up there.
Look at that. Yeah, there we go. Back to it. Okay, 7.1, so this, under 7.1 now. We have our building regulation bylaw. And today we're looking for final adoption. Director Hoffer, is there anything here really need to be added at this point, or?
I don't think so, unless there's any questions from council. I think we went over it quite a bit last meeting. But yeah, I can happy to answer any questions from council.
So looking for a mover on the recommendation that council adopt the Sun Peaks Mountain Resort Municipalities Building Regulations Amendment bylaw number 0233-2026. Mover, Councillor Ryken, seconded by Councillor Kimmel. Any questions, comments? Seeing none, all in favor? Excellent, thank you. That being said, I think the squirrel has wrapped back around and where they need to be.
I think you've got,
Yeah.
I think you've got everything.
Yeah. I took the long scenic route, like, so looking at 8, I don't believe we have any new business. No, moving on to 9, do we lose any correspondence? No, and questions from the public, anything online? Corporate? Okay, moving to 11, so we're gonna go into a closed meeting, so, we need a mover to close this meeting under 11.1. Another section 91C, labor relations or other employee relations, and I, legal advice. Mover, please. Councillor Gillespie, seconded by Councillor Ryken. All in favor? Okay. This meeting is adjourned. 2 minutes and